Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Brilliant Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler, and we have a wonderful guest coming on the show today, Anmol Singh. Anmol is a trader and investor. Before I get started, I just need to give a shout out to our official show sponsors, Craig Shelley, Beverly Hills Luxury Watches and Fine Jewelry at craigshelley.com. We are streaming live on Facebook, Periscope, LinkedIn, YouTube, post-production, Instagram. We're also live on web TV through the E360 TV network under Fresh Takes on Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, Android TV, and many, many more. And we're also streaming live, obviously, on mspnewsglobal.com. So let's get started with the show. I'm going to bring in Anmol to the broadcast. Hey, Anmol, welcome to Brilliant Business TV.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. I've got the great opportunity to interview you for a second time, Anmol. Now, trading and investing can be a minefield for people who don't quite understand it. They don't understand the technology. So I really want to go in detail about your business and how you support people. Before I do that, I want to go into your background, Anmol, because you have a really impressive profile. You've built a really successful business. So just share with our viewers, our listeners, a little bit about your backstory and what has got you to what you're doing today.
Sure. So, I started off in college. I went to Brunel University in London, UK. I went there for like a business degree, graduated and with a 2-1 honors degree. But when it came time to apply for internships and jobs, I applied all the way from the big companies, all the way working my way down to the startups, eventually without any success. Wasn't able to get a job, wasn't able to find a job. And then it dawned on me that I have to take control and figure something out on my own, and rather than relying on somebody to give me a job. So trading was one of the ways that really, got me curious while I was in college, and really wanted to learn more about it, really wanted to, understand how the markets work. And I knew there was money to be made in this industry. So I, started off reading, researching, taking courses, programs, just self-learning while I was in my dorm room. Then eventually that led on to me now being trading for about 11 years and never really had a job. It's been something that I've been doing since college.
So it's great to hear your journey and the lead up to how you got into trading. What was that process like in the beginning? Did you lose lots of money? Did you make lots of mistakes?
So great point. Early on, I didn't have much money. So it was actually a good thing, because if I did have money early on to play with, I would have probably lost a lot of money. For me, being in college, I didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't really have any big losses or anything. Although the first year was all learning. I didn't make any money my first year. I did actually lose about, roughly $6,000 or so in my first year of trading. I had borrowed $10,000 from my dad. I said, hey, I want to give this thing a go. Could you help me out? So he gave me $10,000, and primarily as a lesson, like, hey, don't play with the stock market. You're going to lose it all. So he thought it was going to be a great lesson for me to lose it. I ended up losing $6,000 of it, had some money saved up. And then on the side, I was writing, articles online, freelance articles, get paid $100, $150 per article. Did a lot of those work to collect my money and get me back to at least $7,000. When I got there, then I finally found a program online, which was an online course, where if you finish their course, you graduate from the course, then the firm actually brings you on as a trader, and then they give you their money to trade, and you in exchange split profits with them. So that's kind of how I started. First year was just, again, figuring it out, reading books, taking courses, trial and error, and trying to follow alert services, that come into your email, follow the stock alert. Tried all of that, didn't work out. And eventually, when I did take that online course, I spent my last dime on it, $7,000. I was like, okay, let's really give this a shot. Took it, and then the firm brought me on board as a trader. I started trading their capital and splitting profits with them. So that's kind of how the process led up. But it was about year 2 or year 3 when I could say that I really made any money to to speak about. Before that was just, small amounts of money here and there. So the first year and 2 was just learning curve.
It's great hearing you connect the dots together, and also we have that in common with the articles. I do a lot of these kind of articles as well, so we have a commonality there. But we've all lost money in entrepreneurship, in investing. You have to go through some of those mistakes, and when you're going through those mistakes, you really feel like the world's against you. But I think as you get further down the journey and you've created that little bit more success, what I have found, you realise that everything happens for a reason, and some of those mistakes are big lessons that help us to transform into our future and into our journey of success development down the line as well. So I really want to go a little bit into detail, Anmol, around what is trading, because there is so many types of trading, and I know you do a couple of things as well. So can you just give your definition of trading and what you specifically do with trading?
Right. So trading in a nutshell is you having a system or a statistically tested system which is proven to work in the long run, and you're basically making that trade on a price of a stock to go up or down. So if you buy the stock at 30, it goes to 31, you're going to make money, right? If you sell the stock at 30, you buy it back at 29, you're going to make money. So trading in a nutshell is just you making a bet on the price of the stock. And then there's many different types of trading. There's day trading. So a day trader would be in and out of the stock the same day. Thus it's called day trading. You're not going to hold the stock for tomorrow or next week or next month. You're getting in and out the same day. So when the transaction of you getting in a position and getting out of position happens in that same day, it's called day trading. And then there's swing trading. We're trying to capture, basically, as the name says, some swings. So you might hold the stock for 3 days. You might hold the stock for a week. You might hold it for a month, right? So those would be considered swing trades. So anytime you hold the stock past more than 1 day, it's considered a swing trade. And then there's core trades. Core trades are similar to long-term investing, where you're holding a stock for maybe a year, maybe a few years, for that matter. So those are the 3 primary types of trading.
And do you do all 3 of those types yourself?
Yes, I do all 3 of the styles myself, just because all forms of trading work a very similar way. The only difference is the time frame, right? But otherwise, the methodology, the patterns, the strategy is all the same. So yes, I do all 3 of those.
And I would like to know as well, is there any different levels of risks with each one, or do they all come with the same kind of risks? Are some safer than others?
So the risk is the good question, by the way. The risk is pretty much the same on all of them, just because you decide what you want to risk. Meaning, let's say if you buy 100 shares of a stock, which is at $10, and you don't want to lose more than $100 on that trade, then you set an exit point at $9. So when the share price goes from $10 to $9, it automatically sells your 100 shares. You take a $100 loss and you walk away. So you predefine your loss anytime you get into a trade. That way, we won't have any surprises. However, long-term investing typically would be, I would say more riskier, just because you will be holding through company events like earnings reports, or you will be holding through bigger events that could create those big swings. And long-term investing, obviously, there could be news that happen in the stock. The CEO retires, or, let's say if you're investing in Boeing, the aircraft crashes, like something happens, then those news events could definitely cause a drop. So day trading is typically less risky because you're in and out the same day. So you don't have that overnight risk of waking up to a surprise that happened within the company.
And is you do this full time, and I know you do lots of different kinds of investing and philanthropy as well. I just find it fascinating, but at the same time, for beginners or new people that would like to invest and get trading, but they're scared to take those next steps, what would your advice be to those kind of people?
I think it's normal to be a little bit because you're unfamiliar with the industry. It's so new. It's okay to be a little bit skeptical. It's okay to be a little bit scared. And the best way to avoid that, obviously, or to fix that, is just to get more educated. Just get more knowledgeable, learn more about how the markets work, really understand the ins, the outs, the pros, the cons, and really understand how the markets function. And then more importantly, you get your risk management in check. Because once your risk management is correct, which is what we described in the previous question, you will be able to predetermine what risk is going to be. So you're not waking up to a surprise. You already know what you're okay losing. Now, if you're like, oh, but I'm not okay losing even $100, then the question comes in, what are you okay losing? Are you okay losing $10? If so, in the same example that I gave earlier, where you're buying a stock at 10 and you're buying 100 shares, you could buy 10 shares now, right? Now, if the stock goes from $10 to $9, you lose $10. So you can define what you want to risk on the trade, and you share size and you buy the appropriate position. So learning those kind of things is number one key. That will make you more confident. And number two is you can practice on a demo account. So get a virtual account where everything is real. Prices of the stock are real. Everything is moving in real time, just that the money is not real, right? So you practice in that account, you build that muscle, and as you get confident, then you can decide to risk real money.
I think that's a great point, Anmol, that you can do it on a demo account to take that risk away. But I did hear you mention before to get trading for real as soon as possible as well, so that you've got that kind of adrenaline, and you can explain better than me how you worded it.
100%. I think it's super important for people to learn the demo account, just to learn the platform. How do I press the buy button? How do I press the sell button? How do I get in a stock? How do I get in and out of a stock? Once you've learned that, then yes, I do recommend people go real money as soon as they can, just because you want to feel the emotions. Because you don't have those emotions in a demo account. You're like, okay, if I lose $1,000 million of virtual money, it doesn't matter because there's no consequences. So you tend to make decisions that you might not necessarily make if it was your real money on the line, right? So I think, yes, once you learn the platform, go trade real money, even if it's small amount of money, even if it's $10, even if it's $5, learn real money so you can experience those emotions. Because the toughest part about trading is not learning how to trade. I can learn somebody how to trade in 2 days. The hard part is controlling your emotions and sticking to the plan that's been given.
Great words there and great advice. I think any kind of investing always does come with some kind of risk. If you want those kind of big results, or even just something to make life that little bit better and a little bit comfortabler, there are going to be some kind of risks involved. And that's why it's great that there are people out there like yourself supporting people to really get the knowledge and get the tools and wisdoms that they can go on to get their own success. We're about to go to a commercial break, Anmol, so stay tuned, everyone. We have been joined with Anmol Singh. He has been sharing his background, what has led him into what he does today as a successful trader and investor at LiveTraders.com. We have learned a little bit about trading and how it works. Join us after the break for more wisdom from Anmol. welcome back to Brilliant Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. And we are joined with Anmol Singh from LiveTraders.com. Before the break, we learned more about Anmol's background, what led him into trading and investing. We've learned some little tips about trading and risk management, and a little bit about the trading skills that you need to get started. I do want to go a lot more in depth now. Firstly, Anmol, there are a lot of scammers out there. I told you myself, I had got scammed on what was a NLP or NFP. I think it was, you may be able to tell me, but it was like NFP something Forex. It was on Forex. And I had invested a couple of thousand into it, and I had recruited many, many team members. And one of my team members had just invested $15,000 before we found out it was a scam. It was also ETFs as well. It was a completely fake company, completely fake documents. Have you got any words of wisdom for red flags, what to spot, and anything to give hope to those that may want to avoid being scammed?
Right. So the biggest thing I would say is stay out of the crypto, Bitcoin, Forex, binary option space. 99% of the people in that industry are scams, just because it's a very new industry. It's a very immature industry, and there's a lot of room for error because there's no regulation. Because when you're trading the stock market, right, there's regulatory bodies like FINRA, SEC. When it comes to Forex, because Forex is foreign exchange, it's global, there's no centralized body like the SEC, like the FINRA, looking over anybody's shoulder, right? Same thing with Bitcoin. It's so anonymous that there's no centralized body of regulation that can hold people accountable. So that's why I tell people, if you want to avoid scams, stay out of Bitcoins, cryptos, Forex, anything to do with that industry, because they're not regulated, and the companies are often shell companies established offshores, and most people don't have a track record. Right? Most people make money in those industries by recruiting other people and getting a commission off that, rather than actually trading and making those profits. So that would be my biggest suggestion to everybody. The other thing is look at ask for their social media channels, right? Ask for their YouTube channels. Look at how many subscribers they have. Right? Look at how many comments they're getting on their videos and read those comments. Right? Look at their reviews online. Search for them. Make your decision. Just like you would any other company, any other investment you make, you have to do your due diligence on not only the company, but the people running those companies, the founders, right? And their track record, their background. And also, can you actually get them on the phone? Right? Can you actually come into their live chat room like we have and chat with us every day and watch us actually trade every day, win or lose in front of you? I think those things are really important. If somebody out there is selling a trading program, but they're not actually trading live, they don't have a chat room where you can actually watch them trade live in front of you, then don't do it, right? Then why would you sign up for that? So you have to just ask yourself those questions. And if something does sound too good to be true, 99% of the time it is too good to be true. So you have to keep those things in mind.
That is a really good point, actually, that if it seems too good to be true, it normally is, because the scam that I was involved in, the returns were very, very high. But there were some clever people, professional, high-profile people that got scammed. These scammers are very, very clever. Red flags, I would say you touched on a great one, that it will be too good to be true, really high returns. Also, their social media profiles, I have to agree, they might look really amazing on Facebook or Instagram, but Google their name. If you cannot find them on Google, the chances are it's definitely a scam. And my one big piece of advice: never do business with anyone unless you have had a face-to-face video call with them, so you know you are talking to the person that is behind the profiles. And if the video keeps on cutting off and pausing, but you can hear their voice, that is a sign that they're scamming you and they're just talking over the top of a video. Make sure that the video is crystal clear, like that you are seeing today. Technology today, in today's modern age, we have video no matter where you are in the world. That doesn't keep on pausing and freezing. So I'll just share those red flags with you. So my next question for you, Anmol, taxes. Now, I want to dip my toes in again with trading. Now, I found someone I know who's trustable, like yourself. Taxes really, really worry me because I am already a fan of crypto. I know you just said against crypto, but I do love cryptos. But I don't trade them, I don't invest them, I just store them in a wallet. But like you mentioned earlier, I know the risks and I've got what I'm prepared to lose there. But I know with trading there are certain things where you get taxed. How can people control their taxes and their books when they're making great returns from their trades or losses?
So that would obviously differ from country to country, state to state, where people are. But I could just tell you this, get an accountant, get a great accountant. If you're actually making money with this, get a great accountant, because that accountant will save you more money than what they will charge you, right? Because it's not bad. Like if you pay $500 just to consult with an accountant, it's wrong. That $500 is end up going to saving you and making you a whole lot of money. So pay the $500 consulting fee, get a know with a good accountant who is experienced or has clients in this industry, and they will guide it and structure it for you in a way that is not only compliant, but also ends up saving you a lot more money than they would charge you. So that would be number one step. That's the best way I can tell you. But the other way, for example, in the United States, how most people do it, and again, I'm not a registered accountant or CPA, everything is just for illustration purposes. But you can open an LLC. You open a limited liability corporation, and you open, let's say you call it Mark Stephens Trading LLC. Now all your trades are going through that LLC, and then things like your internet, your phone bill, your computer, your iPad, your phone you bought, you invested $10,000 in a trading course, right? Whatever you did, all of those are considered expenses for your business. So then that's how you structure it in a way so you can offset your profits, for example, using some of these other methods. But again, accountant would be able to more guide you in a better fashion and a more compliant fashion.
Great words of advice there, Anmol. My next question, LiveTraders.com. Firstly, how did this idea come about and when did you launch? It was 2015?
That's correct. So in 2015, before that, as I said, I was trading for another trading company. And then in 2014 end, that company got bought out by another trading company. So I didn't really want to join that new company. And because of the practices and the way they function, I just didn't feel comfortable joining them. And my partner, who's my business partner now, was actually my mentor. He's the one who taught me how to trade, and he's the one who was the course that I took from, right, when I started trading. So he also didn't want to join the new company as well. So I called him. I said, hey, how about we team up together and try to do something of our own? You don't want to join the new company. I don't want to join the new company either. And you're a great educator. You taught me, and I'm your first case study right here. That's working. So why don't we use that as a case study and launch our own programs? And then that's how we teamed up together in 2015 to start LiveTraders.com.
Can you go into detail now of what LiveTraders.com is and what it does?
Sure. So LiveTraders.com is basically, we're using the same methodology that helped me become a successful trader. Right, what helped me and the things that I've learned and my learning along with my mentor's learning, we took all of that together, packaged it up in a program, which is, we call it the Bible for traders, because it's literally 600 pages of manual that comes with a video lessons that are 20 plus hours of video lessons. So it's literally A to Z of trading, right? All the way from the basics, all the way till the advanced, how to structure and run your trading business. So everything is in that one course. We try not to tell people like other companies, like, oh, take our basic course. Then they finish that. They're like, oh, take our intermediate course. Then you finish that. Then they try to sell you the advanced course. Then this course, So we try to put everything in one course that when somebody can just take it, and it's basically a trading business in a box, right? You take that and you learn how to trade. So that's kind of what we offer. We teach people how to trade. We offer training courses. And then we also have a live chat room that runs every single day, Monday to Friday. That's because, we're traders first, we're educators second. So we trade live every single day in the chat room from 9 a.m. in the morning till 12 noon, New York time. And you can see our screens, you can hear our audio, you can see our webcam. As close as you can would be sitting right next to us. And win or lose, you'll be able to see everything that we're doing on the screen. So that's also we offer.
How have you found trading over the last year? Because I know people have lost jobs, people are out of work, and a lot more people are being more open-minded to crypto as well, because people are realizing that there are opportunities and becoming more open-minded to online trading. How have you found the last year of trading, and do you think now is a good time for people to start taking those steps? Because even older people now, people coming up to pension years, are starting to invest in cryptos trading, because they're realizing their money's better there than in a bank. So do you think now is a good time, and how has the last year been for trading industry?
Yeah, so trading last year was phenomenal. I had a great year of trading, and I think this year so far, is on track to be my best year ever. So the markets, the more volatile the markets are, the better it is for traders, because we need that movement. If markets are just slow and steady like this, it's really hard to make money. So when markets are up and down, that's the best environment for trading. And I think the next 3 years are going to be the best years of trading. And I think people who don't get involved right now, 5 years from now, they're going to be asking themselves the question, oh, why did I not get involved? Same thing like if you would have said 5 years ago, right? Stock market is always a great time to be involved in because that's something you can do online, and you can do it passively. So you can have your own business, you can do another job. We have tons of students that have other businesses that have other jobs, but they can still do that on the side, right? They might not be able to day trade in and out like we're doing every single day, but they can do swing trading where they're holding a stock for a few days, few weeks. You could do that with a job. You don't have to watch the stock every single day. You don't have to look at your computer every single day. You can do it from a phone. So I think now with technology getting as good as it's gotten, with you just being able to do everything on your phone, I think there's no excuse for people not to do that. If you have time to watch Netflix, you have time to trade.
Well, I agree, definitely. And I just think now, the present moment, even though we've been through a hard year with a pandemic, there's still been so much opportunity. I've actually had one of my best 12 months. I've had the best 2021 ever so far in business, not in social life and not being able to network, but in business. There's so much opportunity out there, and like you mentioned, there's no better time now with technology, being able to use your phones, video calls, and take advantage of the way the markets, the way the trading industry is going, so that you can make a profit. So my next question, Anmol, what are your 3 biggest tips for trading success?
I think my biggest tip would be just to make sure to learn, right? Like you have to learn. Don't be in a rush to make money. Number one, right? If you are somebody who is short on money, or that you might need money, or you need money to pay your bills, don't trade with that money, because you can never trade well when you have pressure on your head to pay your bills, right? You should only trade with money that you have on the side that you might not need for a little bit. That's and only risk what you can afford to lose, right? Don't risk an extra amount of risk just because you're trying to get rich quick or buy GameStop. take it slow, take it easy. Only buy the amounts that you can afford to lose, and take it easy. There's no rush. Stock market was here yesterday. It's going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be here 10 years from now. It's going to be here long before I've left the earth. So there's no rush to jump into the markets. Take it easy, take it slow, learn, master your emotions, number one, and then develop a disciplined mindset where you're able to stick to what you're learning, right? Because we humans, we always try to find a shortcut. We try to optimize, tweak, fix things. And in so doing, we end up messing the whole system up. So just stick to the system, follow the step-by-step rules, and you're going to be fine.
I like to master your mindset. No, you said, sorry, master your emotions and mindset. I really, really like that. Is there, say if there's a viewer out there watching or someone's listening on our radio show as well, is there a particular person that you really would like to call out to that you think this is perfect opportunity for you? Or is it really varied? Who do you think your service is perfect for and not?
I think my service is perfect for anybody who wants to change, right? Who wants a business or wants something that they can do from the comfort of their home. And this pandemic has really showed us that any business is not really pandemic proof, right? You could have a restaurant. Who would have thought eating out is going to be a problem, or who would have thought going out to a gym or a spa is going to be a problem? This pandemic has really shown that anything that is location based is at risk at some point in the future. But trading is one of those businesses that you don't have to leave your home, right? Or you could leave your home. You could go to an Airbnb. It'd still be fine. As long as you have internet and laptop, you'll be able to run this business from anywhere. So I think for anybody who wants to change, it's perfect for them. It's definitely perfect. I know like doctors, lawyers, right? Poker players, that kind of demographic makes for really good traders just because they're used to following a process. A doctor knows, okay, if this, then that, right? And they're good to follow that. Poker players are good because they know when to fold, when to hold, right? Taking the risk. They have that mindset of statistical odds-based mindset. So they make for great traders. Pilots make for great traders. Again, they know how to follow a checklist. So pilots make for great traders. But anybody else who's not in the categories that I mentioned, you still be a great trader. You just have to work at it, right? You just have to work at your emotions, and maybe you're good at it. I wasn't good at it my first 1 or 2 years, but then finally when I learned, oh, okay, this is what I need to start doing, then you start executing on it, and then you can learn. So trading is something, it's a learned craft. Nobody's born a trader, right? Trading is something, it's a learned craft, and you can learn it. You just have to be willing to control and master, as I said, your discipline and your emotions.
And as a general guide, when people go through your course and they start off a beginner, how long in general before they become a good trader and start earning decent money from it?
Right. So that also depends from trader to trader, right? I don't like to put a time limit on it, like in months or years, just because some people might put 5 hours a day, right? Some people might put 20 minutes a day. So putting like a monthly or yearly timeline is really hard because it depends on how many hours in a day are you putting into the craft to learn, to watch the lectures, right? To watch the videos, to read through the manuals that we have, to attend those live sessions. So, if you're attending all of those, you're going to make it much quicker than somebody who's doing it very, very passively. So that's something to consider. But usually what we found from basically looking at people who've gone through our courses, a year is about a safe timeline to say, right? A year is usually where most people start getting it. Some people I know have gotten it in 4 months. Some people I know have gotten it in 6 months and they started to make money consistently. Some people have taken a year, and there's some people it takes 2 years. So, it's more art. It's more art than science. Just like a sport, right? You can learn how to play basketball today, and to get good at it might take you 6 months, a year, maybe more. And some people never get good at it, like me.
Yes.
So, that's something to keep in mind.
But those who want it, they will put in the work, Anmol, and they will be the ones that go on to get the results as well. Now, you are offering a free consultation, a free 15-minute consultation. Just talk them through what they will get for this.
Sure. So if you're on the fence and you're wondering if trading is right for me, how does this all work, then you could schedule a 15-minute consultation call with one of our consultants, and they can get on the phone with you. They can guide you about what we offer, what our services and products are, and then based upon your fit, they can guide you in the right program. Because we have a few different programs and chat rooms and newsletters. Some are geared towards day trading, some are geared towards long-term investing. So the goal of the call is to find out, like, based on your personality, based on how much time and money you have to devote to trading, they can guide you in the right appropriate program for you. Or maybe they find out, trading is based on your personality, based on our feel, you might not be a good fit. And then we can guide you to somebody else. So that's something. But definitely don't sign up like if you are looking to get rich quick. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a business. It's a profession. If you put in the work, you can definitely make it, and we'll help you get there.
I would encourage everyone who is fit to book a free 15-minute consultation at www.livetraders.com. If you feel that you could work with Anmol, you're a great fit and you're ready to get learning the craft of trading. Anmol, I've really enjoyed having a conversation with you today. So far, we have really gone into detail of your background. We've really, really gone into detail so that our viewers can get a better understanding of trading. So I want to just go off topic a little bit now and ask you what else you are working on and what's new for Anmol, because I know it's not just trading. You have your fingers in many pies.
Sure. So I've been, we're currently about to get our other website up, which is angelsinvest.org, where we're going to basically be bringing deals to people that are private companies, that are startup companies in early stages, and we're investing and getting shares in those companies early on, just like an angel investor would on Shark Tank. So that when the companies do become public companies, or they go IPO in the stock market, or they get bought out or acquired, then that's where you hit the big bucks. So that's something I've been doing a lot, angel investing, and now I'm bringing the same deals that I'm investing in to my members, and they can choose to invest alongside me or choose not to, completely their decision. So that's something I'm really excited about that's coming up in the pipeline.
Great work. I just love what you've created for yourself, but I also love how you're serving people to go on to create better success for themselves. Is there anything we did not cover that you would like to share, Anmol?
No, I think we covered everything. I wish all the listeners all the best for their future. And whether it's trading or whether there's something else you choose, master your emotions, master your mindset. It'll help you no matter whether you're trading or running a business or anything else in life. And if there's any way I can help you with that, definitely let me know. And the best way to keep in touch with me would be Instagram. My Instagram handle is @Delta90, DELTANINETY.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.